Hey everyone, welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars review. Today I have the LEGO Star Wars brick-built Star Wars logo, which released May 1st, 2025. It retails for $60. Set number 75407 has 700 pieces and is classified as an 18+ set. On the side of the box has the iconic opening line, "A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away." On the back of the box is a few pictures, with one of them being the logo displayed on a shelf next to the original Star Wars poster for A New Hope, and then at the bottom is just a picture of the Star Wars logo. The instruction manual, like most 18+ sets, has a few pages at the beginning with some information about the set that you bought. Feel free to pause and read. This page is just talking about the collaboration between LEGO and Star Wars and talking a little bit about the iconic logo as well. And usually some instruction manuals include a few more pages, but this one just includes this first page. But I love when instruction manuals do this for the 18+ sets because it adds a little bit more to the just experience of the LEGO set and adds a little bit more to the instruction manual as well. For this being one of the most iconic logos, LEGO did a perfect job at designing this set. I liked the building techniques used to get the shaping of the letters, and that made the building experience very good. So we're going to go letter by letter in the in-depth, starting with the S and T. I really love these slope pieces here to get the curves on the S. The T has some simpler techniques, just stacking bricks on top, and that is just because the T is very blocky. And there is also an Easter egg on the inside of the T and S, and that simply just takes off. It's modular with just connected by a little bit of studs, and it shows the opening scene of A New Hope when the Star Destroyer is chasing the Tantive 4, and there's even a small little piece right there to act as Tatooine, so it's a nice detail. For the very small scale that it's in, I think this Tantive 4 looks really good, and I love the use of this block piece here for the rear engines. And same with the Star Destroyer, with it being in this very small scale, obviously you have to use some very small pieces, and I think this does get the look down, and I like this slope piece to act as the bridge and how it slopes down, just like on the Star Destroyer. Now, because the scale is so small, the Tantive 4 and Star Destroyer are obviously not within scale to each other. It's a cool Easter egg to include and definitely adds an element to the build. Moving on to the A section, I do really like this build using some big slope pieces on the outside to get the angle up, and I love the use of this bracket and slope piece here in the middle to really get the angle of that midsection of the A. And same here, a smaller bracket and slope piece to get those angles at the bottom. I really love the use of that technique, and there's just a lot of snot here. You know, there's not many studs on this set. The A looks perfect. And then the R has another one of my favorite techniques where you essentially build this whole curved section right here and you just attach it to the side of these bricks. So it's another snot technique that just looks really good, and it gets the look of, you know, the empty section within the R. And then same here with the slopes, just getting the angle down here. So the R, like the other letters, was done very well. I also just really love the use of all these small pieces to see all these individual lines. That just adds a lot more detail to the overall look of the letters. Now, you can't separate both words from each other. They're just attached by a lot of studs, and I'm doing this so we can get a better look at the bottom word, but also, you know, you can make some mods to this set to add maybe like a minifigure stand or just some different types of variations. It's very cool, and like I said, it attaches pretty easily and separates easily as well. Starting with the W, it's essentially like the A design, but inverted, with the inverted slopes here on each side, and using that same kind of here is a brick modified piece with those slopes to get those angles as well on both the top, and then using the inverted slopes here on the bottom as well, and the W looks very good. The A is the same design as the top one, so you are replicating the same design techniques. The R design is the same as well. The only difference is it leads into the S at the end. The S is pretty much the same design as the top one with just some minor differences and different use of pieces, and it connects to the R. I also really love the in-between of each letters with the different greebling and use of different pieces for detail. It's a very sturdy build, so you can pretty much pick it up from anywhere, and it's easy to transport. And then on the back is, it's just the words reversed, so same details, same techniques, everything as the front. The more that I looked at the set, the more that I liked it. I mean, this is a perfect display piece. LEGO did an absolute phenomenal job at designing this, and when it's displayed with other LEGO Star Wars sets, it looks amazing. For $60 and 700 pieces, the price per piece ratio is not bad at all, but that's not always the defining factor for if a set is worth it or not. I think if this set included at least a minifigure too, almost like the Marvel's logo, then it definitely would have been worth it at $60. But $60 is not a bad price for the set either. You get a pretty good sized, greatly designed Star Wars logo that could be a centerpiece in your collection, and it is great on display. It almost heightens the sets that are around it. Comparing it to other sets that had released alongside it, especially talking about the Kylo Ren shuttle, like that one is pretty overpriced. I believe it comes with, I think, a little over 300 pieces for $70, so you can see that price per piece disparity right there comparing to this set. This obviously would have been a perfect $50 set, but I feel like $60 isn't pushing it too much. Now, if this set was $70, that's another story. A minifigure definitely would have made it feel even more worth it, but I do not think $60 is pushing this too much for what is a greatly designed Star Wars logo, and it looks great on display. Anyways, that was the review and my final thoughts on the LEGO Star Wars logo. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this set. Definitely lightsaber slash that like button and hit the subscribe button with post notifications on so you do not miss any more LEGO content. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace.